to their nose. And this bro's quick to hit and flip once I'm chilling cause my crew's close, kid.
I posted, most kids accept this at school. I exit cause I'm an exception to the rule. I'm stepping to the cool spots where crews flock to snare a dip. Or see where the that's plan B not as poppin'. So I got tens of and go to the open basement. My ace spin, fattening up tracks. Time to get prolific with the whiskey.
Greenbacks and stacks, don't even ask. Who got the facts? Stacks, we can max, pumping fat tracks. Exchanging facts about impacts, cause impacts my freestyle.
It's a stadium so big, you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the New York Jets and the Dallas Cowboys. Katie York set to get this one started. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Here's Cavante Turpin on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Dak to the air here. This one's reeled in downfield by Ferguson. And they're going to have the first down. Nice chunky yards there. Give them about 17 of them.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
Draw play. This is Williams. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. A nice early return there. They're going to be more than happy with that one, Brock. And could be a huge boost to their offense if this ground game can get going at this pace.
Every offense in this league searches for explosives. How can we find it? It's often through the air, but when you get it on the ground like that, boy, is it a huge bonus.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. Working on 2nd down. Prescott. And it's off his hands and incomplete. So opportunity unfulfilled on that 2nd down. That means it's 3rd down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Up the middle, Blue. It's in. He's going to be stopped after a 1-yard gain. And that's going to give Dallas the first down.
It's a gain of a yard.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead. Get what you need.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Dak out of the pistol. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, that really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29. Now here's Prescott. Over the right side is caught by Ferguson. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that'll good for a Dallas first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the red zone on first. Screen here for Williams. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Offense up to the line fast. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. The 3rd down run with Blue. And he only gets this one down to the 9. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Jet in some discomfort following that play. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Running for the marker with Williams. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice game.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust,
yeah.
Right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
Solid opening drive so far, Brock. Few chances to cap it here. This is 1st and goal. Putting a receiver in motion. Dak off the play fake. Finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. George Pickens capping an 11-play march to pay dirt. Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. They jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. To return it, here's Isaiah Williams. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Williams on the return. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. Smith start with a throw here. He locates Adonai Mitchell. And a good tackle as that ball is secured, limits that gain to 8. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this 1st quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Great start on that 1st down. Only need 2 here on 2nd. Smith to the air now. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down.
He was defended by the wrong player.
Throwing is Smith. It's caught by Wilson. He's got about 8 yards as he's taken to the ground. And that gives New York the first.
They call third downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
Looking to throw, Smith. Same guy, Wilson again. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
So 5 on the catch, 5 still to go on second down. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. It's the Cowboys out in front. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They have second down and 5. Play fake. Here's Smith. He dropped it. He dropped the interception. That was a risky throw and a check down of all things. Really went the other way, but only an incompletion on second down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and check downs, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
We're lucky to still have this football, Brock. Now let's see if they can come through on third down. Now Smith. And to the ground it goes. So an incomplete pass brings us to fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and incomplete.
That's taken at the 15. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Look at this. 3 tight ends to the right on his first and 10. Going with an alternate play here. Has him on the quick hitter. And some good running after the catch. He's able to turn that into a gain of 7 on first.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on second and 3. Changing up the call. On second down, a run with Williams. He's going to snag a couple of yards, charging up the gut. Play wrapped up by Demario Davis.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On third down, here's Williams. Tackles with what looks to be about 3 yards. That's enough. Fresh second downs coming their way.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
All set to go now from the 35. Here's Dak. This is complete to Ferguson, out left. And he's going to be brought down right after making that catch. A good gain, but the tackle limits it to 9.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
A handoff for Williams, running left. He's hauled down after just a couple of yards, but enough. Importantly enough, they get that first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule?
First and 10
That was it.
at the 47-yard line.
Here's first and 10 from the 47. Prescott now off the play fake. Headed out right. Catch made by Schoonmaker. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I want to know what keeps most of these defensive coordinators up during game week and preparation, Kate. It's just plays like that. It's quarterbacks being able to extend the play. It puts so much doubt into that defense and that defensive coordinator, too.
Handoff running left. It's Blue. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. 3 yards to pick up that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Cowboys with the lead here at AT&T. Second down now, 7 to go. Back to throw. Here's Dak. That's caught by Williams. Defense gets to him, shells him out, gain him about 16 before they did so. And that's going to give the Cowboys a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Williams now on first and 10. Solid run in here. That's 9 yards as he brings up second down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes second and 1. To throw, Prescott escapes the pocket, and this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a third down. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much, but it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Up the gut they go with Williams. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's fourth down.
No gain on the play.
So fourth down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. They're going to mark this as a 24-yarder.
A 24-yard attempt.
Aubrey puts it through, and that will add to their score.
Makes the score
2 drives and both of them ending in points. You don't even mind you only got a field goal there, Kate. They got to be ecstatic, exactly the way they wanted to start this one.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here comes Williams on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
On the return, the Jets take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Smith back to throw. Wilson's got it. And he's going to manage 13 yards here before going down. That picks them up to first.
That whole operation right there, Kate, delivered with conviction. Passes have to be if you want to pick up first downs and keep the drive on schedule.
Smith setting the throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory. The Jets take their first time out. Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on 2nd and 3. Here's Smith. And this is lofted deep down the middle. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
They dropped their chance to get off the field, so let's see if this offense can make them pay. 3rd down. Smith. He's going to try another deep one here. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Kobe Durant has it. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
New York to the line. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Running right side by Sadiq. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. And the stop is made. 1st down coming up. It's a gain of 11.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
1st and 10 from the 43. They're throwing it. Into traffic, complete. And give them about 4, nothing beyond the catch. And hit got there quickly.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Give on 2nd to Hall. And he's across midfield with a gain that sets him up for third and very short.
He's across midfield.
Nothing too fancy there. That is just some good physical football from a back who knows how to read his blocks, Kate, keep himself square, and go get those tough yards.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Back now, pressure coming. Complete beyond the marker. The stop is made. Defense drives him out after a gain of about 13. And that's going to be a New York first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Smith on first down. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And some good running after the catch. He's able to turn that into a gain of 7 on first.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook will fly wide open.
Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. Knocked down after a gain of about 5. That gives them a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down, Smith to throw. They set up the screen here for Hall. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Coming off a 6-yard completion, here's 2nd and 4. From the 17, Smith. This one's misplayed and falls to the ground. Incomplete, so now it's 3rd down.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. They got a man open to beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Smith. Toward the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a 4th down decision.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
4 quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. Smith will go on 4th down. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
You know, kid, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
A tight end in motion now. stacked to the air here. He's got a man left. And no shot of getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
Just a yard on that catch, so 2nd and 9 coming up. Straight ahead with Williams. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. It was Andre Sisco who hauled him down there. But the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. It's the Cowboys who have it with the lead, but the win not secure just yet. About set. This is 3rd and 5. Here's Prescott. He finds Pickens left side. Galloping inside the 40. George Pickens. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Send right down the middle and good. And that makes this a 3-possession game.
17, Jets nothing. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here comes Williams on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
On the return, the Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Smith. Pressure gets there, the defense gets home, he's dropped at the 14. Now it's the safety, Malik Hooker. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down. Smith to the air now. That's taken in by the rookie out of Indiana. And it's a big gain on this play. Give him about 19 yards and the 1st down, too.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the gun, it's Hall. It's the tackle. It's going to be taken down here, but not before the play gets him 12 big yards and a 1st down. Now we have a member of the Jets hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to take a look at him. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Now Smith. Connects with his back. Hall. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Throwing on 2nd. Here's Smith. Ball's got it again. Defense gets to him, shells him out, gain of about 16 before they did so. And that gives New York the first.
A gain of 16
Something
yards.
out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turned in a modest pass to far more than a modest gain.
They shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. Offense to the line for second down. Looking to throw here. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
The tackle made.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Lost a bunch on that completed pass, and they're going to need a far better completion here, 3rd and long. Smith back to throw. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Caught the football, but it's jarred out before he can secure it. Ooh, they nearly had a big play there on 3rd down, Brock. But a good defensive effort forces 4th down.
One score is just, well, it's not going to be enough. I think we can look at the scoreboard and know that. So the pace is going to pick up, and I think you're going to see more and more of those shots deep down the field, Kate.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets.
Formation for the
Austin
Jets.
McNamara will kick this away. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Here's Williams to start the drive. And give him 6 on the run as that play takes us to the 2-minute warning. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Dak. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. It's just going to be a modest gain of about 4, but that is still enough to pick up the 1st down for him.
Always a fun race up here in the booth between quarterback and receiver to watch. Who sees it first, that opening? If a receiver wins it, that hand's going up in the air, he wants it. Quarterback wins it, passes out before he's even looking for it, and when they both recognize it, you get that. You get a 1st down.
Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Got the catch, but didn't get any yardage on it, so still 10 to go on 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Williams. And 2 yards all he can get. It's 3rd down.
Ball carrier. Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Working from the pistol, Prescott. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force fourth down. Okay, color me a little bit surprised here, Brock. Seeing them throwing darts downfield still, considering the lead they've got at this point in the game, kind of seems like we're running out territory.
Well, you call it surprise. I call it trust. That's what that coaching staff does and believes in their quarterback as they continue to fire away.
Starts the return at the 34. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
On the return, the Jets take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up first and 10. Smith setting to throw. To the left side and wheeled in by Wilson. And they limit the damage after the catch, but the catch itself does get them to the opposing 43. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Smith. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
They needed a lot more out of this offense than this one, Kate, to keep pace in this contest. Just wasn't there. Continuity wasn't there. Rhythm wasn't there. Confidence wasn't there. This is one they like to forget.
Second down throw coming for Smith. Finds a man. Mason Taylor has it. Some nice work here as he pushes forward for 20 plus the first. The timeout's taken now as we have one, possibly two snaps remaining in this ball game. Just about done here. Only 9 seconds remaining. Here's Smith. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on.
And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
One final shot here. And the pass is dropped. Fitting. That would be their final play of the game as we've reached the end of this one. So the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. And a lot to be happy with on both sides of the football as they come away with a total team victory in this one. So for my partner Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Dallas.